Hi there. We were getting ready to take Atlas out on a trail ride with Lida. Shelby's over there working with Lida. And I wanted to show you that when I take a horse out on a trail ride or to a new place, I want their groundwork to be of equal quality as it would be at home. In other words, I want the same mind I had at home, the same mind and emotional state that does things fluidly, that does things with clarity, with quietness, all of these things in place as they are at home, which is why I teach them all of these groundwork exercises. If you are interested, you can go back to some of the recent rides and see what his groundwork looks like at home. Right here, he's just distracted, resistant, and I'm not pushing him around. I'm saying, remember this activity that we do? And he says, I was looking at that over there. I'm interested in this over here. When he did take a few good, quiet, consistent steps, I let him take a break and his neck came down and he said, oh, yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm finishing up putting his bridle on, and you'll notice that Shelby's in the background working with Lida. We all do what we need to do to have the same horse out on the trail as we have at home. If we don't have a program to, yes, and that is a patch on my butt. I put patches on things that have holes, so don't worry about that. Um, if if we don't have a program at home that they know, that they can repeat, that we can work through, then we don't have the same questions that we can ask when we're away from home. That's why having these types of questions and answers going back and forth, this kind of question answer cycle, is important, because if at home he can answer this question so easily, so boring, but here he's like, uh, 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 then he's telling me something. Like right there, he was looking off into the distance. And if he's doing the requests, but like that right there, that's where his mind is. Not on the question and answer cycle that I'm doing with him. It's on everything else that's going on. So until I can get a nice, quiet question and answer and question and answer. There was a car that wanted to know if they could come by. And I told them they could come by because it's fine. He's already like really looking around. He might as well go through some question and answer cycles, get things kind of settled with it going, the four-wheeler going by or not. Oh, and they had, we saw her out the last time. They had these, some kind of hounds. I think they're foxhounds or something. So, oh, I gotta get my dog. Okay, back to work. So, in repeating these things, I'm not, see how his haunches shifted? I mean, that kind of represents his brain all over the place. I'm like, at home, we move this very quietly. His mind is off. La 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 la. Where we move the shoulders around the haunches, one step just like the last, crossing over. There, he did two nice steps, three nice steps. Oh, wow. That was good. He's still very distracted, looking off everywhere. This is not the same horse that I have at home. So why would I want to set myself up to ride somewhere else with a different horse than I have at home? I don't think that's very wise because they're in a different mindset and I'm expecting them to be somewhat similar to what they are at home. I'm also setting them up to have a different nervous system away from home as they have at home, and that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Now, I don't know if you saw, but a second ago he was chewing on the bit. That was a different behavior, so he changed something, but chewing on the bit is not relaxed either. So I usually don't circle them unless they're fairly quiet. And here I'm asking him to circle and yield his haunches just to try and do something a little bit more complicated so that he has to think a little harder. And then I'm probably going to ask him to stop. Oh no, I'm gone. Oh, there he is. And we're back. And we're gone. We have a dog. Okay, there he had done something nice, so I stopped and let him stand. You can see that I don't want him to trot around. I want him to walk around, hopefully with a level neck, and show me that's getting better. Show me that he can have a similar connection to me, a similar level of energy, of emotions, everything is similar to what we have at home. And, similar is good. Sometimes we can't get exact, so I'm okay with similar. And there he's looking, but not, see his ear kind of moving, kind of like, oh, I see. He's taking, I call it huffing. He's taking big breaths, but not quite a deep breath, which is, it's fine. He's coming back, he's coming down, he's starting to relax. And so now up, and he's a goner again. So I'm going to try moving him around, this time by suggestion. Suggest that he move one step just like the other, not fast, not scurrying, but paying close attention. Right there, I'm grabbing the reins because he's walking a circle. And I'm using the reins on the base of his neck to say, I want this to be more organized. Shoulders stay in place, haunches move around shoulders. Oh, there we go. And so drawing him back to the task at hand, drawing him back to me, asking him for different things, like there was a couple of steps back. There, and see he's moving a little slower, his neck is coming down. I'm asking him to move his shoulders over, and the haunches move, so I'm asking the haunches to move out of the way again. There. Now his neck came down. It's not great, but I'm going to go ahead and get on and ride and see what we have.